the channel for westerns and more.
I ain't shooting, mister.
Vicious deaths in westerns. One thing you can pretty much count on when you sit down to a western movie: someone is going to die, and probably not of natural causes. For decades, the western was the king in Hollywood, big and small screen alike. The genre's popularity all the way back to 1903 with the Great Train Robbery. By 1959, there were 26 western primetime TV shows, of which 8 in the top 10 most watched that year. Actors love to die on screen. It makes their role more memorable. Even John Wayne died several times in front of the camera. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. Slim Pickens as Sheriff Colin Baker in Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. Garrett meets up with Sheriff Colin Baker, Slim Pickens, hoping he can provide information on Billy's whereabouts. Baker and his wife, Katie Gerardo, go with Garrett to arrest some of Billy's old gang. In a gunfight, the gang members, including Black Harris, LQ Jones, is killed and Baker is mortally wounded. Baker's wife comforts the dying lawman as he waits to die by a river.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knock.
John Wayne as Will Anderson in The Cowboys. After dark, Watts and his gang surround Anderson and the boys in their camp. They deliver a battered Wheatie, and Watts forces Anderson to surrender his gun and taunts Dan. Anderson intervenes when Watts crushes Dan's glasses, and a fistfight ensues between Anderson and Watts, with Anderson coming out on top. He starts to walk away, but Watts shoots him in both arms and a leg before shooting him twice in the torso. The boys remain passive as instructed, and the rustlers steal the herd. Jennifer Jason Leigh as Daisy DeMurg in The Hateful Eight. Mannix hears Daisy's proposal, but deduces she is lying. When Mannix faints from blood loss, Daisy hacks off Ruth's arm and goes for a gun, but Mannix reawakens and wounds her. Mannix and Warren hang Daisy from the rafters in honor of Ruth, who always brought his bounty to the gallows, which earned him the nickname the Hangman. As they lie dying, Mannix reads aloud Warren's fake Lincoln letter, complimenting its detail. Burt Lancaster as Joe Aaron in Vera Cruz. During the Mexican Rebellion of 1866, an unsavory group of American adventurers are hired by the forces of Emperor Maximilian to escort a countess to Vera Cruz. Aaron attempts to steal the gold for himself by getting the countess to reveal the location of the ship she had hired to transport it. He even kills one of his own men. However, Tran arrives in time to confront him. They face off in a showdown that ends in Aaron's death. Tran and Nina leave, while women search the dead for their loved ones. Christian Bale as Dan Evans in 3:10 to Yuma. A small-time rancher agrees to hold a captured outlaw who awaits a train to go to court in Yuma. A battle of wills ensues, and the outlaw tries to psych out the rancher. Wade helps Evans evade his gang and finally boards the train, congratulating Evans on his efforts. Charlie appears and shoots Evans, despite Wade's order to stop. Wade steps off the train, comforting Evans. In his final moments, when Charlie returns Wayne's gun belt, he abruptly executes Charlie along with the rest of his gang. Gregory Peck as Jimmy Ringo in The Gunfighter. Notorious gunfighter Jimmy Ringo rides into town to find his true love, who doesn't want to see him. He hasn't come looking for trouble, but trouble finds him around every corner. Ringo's business in Cayenne is finished, but he has lingered too long. The three vengeful brothers try to ambush him outside of the saloon before Stret and his deputies intercept and apprehend them. Ringo saddles his horse and bids farewell to Peggy and his son, but Bromley then fatally shoots him in the back. As Ringo lies dying, he claims to have shot first, and asks Stret not to arrest his killer, nor hang him. Bromley, he says, will soon learn, as Ringo did, that notoriety as a gunfighter is a curse that will follow him wherever he goes, making him an outcast for the rest of his life.
Just wait.
Chuck Connors as Buck Hennessy in The Big Country. A New England sea captain in the 1880s arrives at his fiancée's sprawling Texas ranch, where he becomes embroiled in a feud between two families over a valuable patch of land. Although McKay personally promises Rufus equal access to the water, he finds himself in a clash with Buck, which is ultimately settled with a shootout using the old dueling pistols. Buck fires before the signal, his bullet grazing McKay's forehead, and leaving him open to be shot by McKay. Buck crawls under a wagon in a display of cowardice that convinces McKay to spare him. The frustrated Buck snatches another gun from a nearby cowboy, forcing Rufus to kill his own son. Henry Fonda as Frank in Once Upon a Time in the West. A mysterious stranger with a harmonica joins forces with a notorious desperado to protect a beautiful widow from a ruthless assassin working for the railroad. When Frank rides to Sweetwater, where he finds Harmonica waiting, Harmonica and Frank engage in a showdown. Through a flashback, it is revealed that Frank had once hanged Harmonica's older brother, forcing the younger brother to support him on his shoulders, just before the panting boy collapsed under the weight. Harmonica beats Frank to the draw. As he lies dying, Frank again asks Harmonica's identity, and Harmonica places the instrument in Frank's mouth. Frank remembers, nods his head, and dies. Jeremy Irons as Randall Bragg in Appaloosa. Two friends hired to police a small town that is suffering under the rule of a rancher find their jobs complicated by the arrival of a young widow. Cole tells Hitch that he still wants to be with Allie, despite her fickleness. Hitch discovers that Allie is having a relationship with Bragg and challenges Bragg to a duel. Cole attempts to stop him, but Hitch remains steadfast and asks Cole to permit the gunfight to occur. Hitch manages to fire first, hitting Bragg in the chest, killing him. Hitch leaves town, seeing that Allie and Cole are together. His parting thoughts express his hope that Cole can find happiness with Allie, and for him, he gladly walks into uncertainty in hope of finding adventure and fortune. John Wayne as J.B. Books in The Shootist. At the saloon, Books finds the three men waiting for him at different tables. He orders the saloon's finest whiskey, toasting his birthday and his three guests. Cobb opens fire first, causing Books to dive over the bar. Books throws a bottle of whiskey to distract Cobb and guns him down. Sweeney wounds Books in the arm, using his table as a shield. Books shoots through the table, killing Sweeney. Pulford then shoots one of Books' guns out of his hand. Pulford then tries to sneak up on Books, who lays on the floor. Seeing his reflection in a whiskey glass, Books shoots Pulford in the head. A crowd fills the street outside the Metropole after hearing the gunshots, including Gillum, who enters the bar. His shouted warning is too late, and the Metropole's bartender fires his shotgun into Books' back, mortally wounding him. Gillum rushes over, takes up Books' gun, and kills the bartender. When Gillum realizes what he has done, he throws the gun away. Books smiles and nods in approval, before dying. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon. The channel for westerns and more.